Hello, hi guys. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Serg Show. Come on in, have a seat, get comfortable. My name is Sergine, and I am a queen on the scene, spreading knowledge at her seams. And I hope that you guys are here to listen and hear me. So, today's message is about the enjoyment of starting over. I truly enjoy starting over. Starting over is something that I feel like I was born to do. I was created to start over. I am an alchemist. That is one of my many skills. And, oh Lord, the background is always on my dick. But anyways, I enjoy starting over. I love to start over. I think that starting over is something that is the human experience. It is part of the human experience. We're supposed to evolve. We're supposed to change. We're supposed to grow. And if we don't expand in life, you stay the same. And if that's your decision, that's your decision. Good for you. But for me, I like to switch it up and literally push the limit and see how high or how far I can reach in my development of self-discovery and self-rebirth. So starting over to me is an amazing experience. It doesn't matter if you have nothing when you start over, you will always gain it again because everything comes back tenfold. It is universal law. As long as you're doing good as a human, you will always get back in return, no matter what. It doesn't matter who you run into, weirdos or not. Not the wrong side of weirdos, because remember, we always categorize weirdos. We're talking about the weirdos that project, the weirdos that don't know who they are. When you run into those collectives of weirdos, don't worry about it. If you have nothing, you will always be able to start over and you will always be able to gain a new life. You will always be able to refurbish, or I should say, you will always be able to change your life. And I think that starting over is something that you should enjoy. It is something that you should embody, love it, in the experience of it, enjoy the journey of it. You don't know where it's going to take you when you do it, but you are going to be so proud of yourself when you do it in the end, because you're going to be like, you're going to realize how much of a badass you are. You're going to realize how much of a alchemist you are. You're going to realize your power. And one thing about the world, the, collective of the world that are weird in the wrong way, or the weird, I should say, there's no right and wrong in a sense of like, the choices you make to reach, because I'm layered, so I have to always categorize things and clarify things. So we have a collective of people that just are meant to just stay the same on earth. And if those collective of people run into the ones that want to change and want to expand, you will always trigger those people. Those people just get affected by our energy because our energy keeps growing, and the more it keeps growing and the more it keeps expanding, it's like adding a flashlight in a dark hallway. If you're becoming brighter and brighter, of course the person that just want to stay of the dark, if they want to just stay of it and they don't want to work towards something else in life and expanding and integrating both parts of themselves, shadow and light, they will stay the same. And if you're around them integrated with your shadow and light, it's going to always affect them. It's going to always make that person feel some type of way. So when you run into those type of people, you're going to find those people to try to bring you down. You're going to find those people that try to detour you from your purpose, detour you from your expansion, detour you from that rebirth. They don't want you to change. They don't want you to become the best version of you. So that's when you really need to get it done. When you find those examples and when you run into those examples of those people that I just described, that's when you really should rebirth. That's when you really should, recuse yourself from society and go into that, I like to think of the Batman analogy where he after he lost his parents and he disappeared, and he went into the cave of Ra's al Ghul and trained with him, and that's when he became fully Batman, when he came back to Gotham. I love that analogy because I always see myself as like that Batman that disappeared from the world at a time in my life, and then I came back and I was just on my Batman shit. And I just feel like, although Batman and I don't relate with some of the things he do, but I feel like I relate with him with the lone wolf aspect of it all and the only child aspect of it all. And I think, like, if that example lands with you, what I want you to take away from it is the fact that he recused himself from society, and he was able to basically train in that cave with Ra's al Ghul, because Ra's al Ghul is like a ancient, somewhat prophet type of ninja of some sort, and he had his own thing going on for a long time, and he already knew how to protect himself. So him being trained by Ra's al Ghul is a way of you going into that cave. In that analogy, you're being trained by your higher self, and your higher self is your Ra's al Ghul, and your higher self is teaching you all the moves to now protect yourself and become the Batman of some sort. And this goes for any comic book legend of your choice. If you love the origin story, you should be able to place this same analogy with that origin story of your comic book superhero of choice and supervillain. But yeah, I just think that this is a time for us to enjoy starting over, enjoy figuring out what's next, enjoy the possibilities, and use your imagination while you do it. Enjoy it. Don't let anybody detour you from it, and everything else will unfold exactly when it needs to, I assure you. So hopefully you enjoyed this message, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please don't forget to vote for me. The link is in the description box for the Maximum competition. Voting refreshes daily, and I appreciate you guys for listening, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you again for another message. Bye. Mwah.